Hey there, everybody. Flames are on, or Tosca here. Figured you guys could use a quick update on my Gamefly business since I don't really tell you guys much about it. And I've kind of been, I don't know, I just don't really think about doing these Gamefly game reviews that often, even though they, in theory, would be the easiest videos to do. So I figured I should just update you guys on what I've gotten and what I currently have. So, yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and get started with the first game, Gauntlet 7 Sorrows for the PS2. I had heard about this game a while ago and actually rented it before. It seemed like my kind of game, and at first I didn't really like it, but I decided to give it another chance just because it seemed fun or interesting. And I was kind of in a Champions of North kind of mood, and I remember Gauntlet being sort of similar. But then the one I remember was actually pretty good. Like, you could play as like a ninja or something. Or even a football player, and like freaking throw footballs at people. As funny as that is, but I decided to give this game a quick rent, and I actually took this one to college with me because my mom brought it with her when we went out to do some lunch. I can't remember, but you know, it was okay. I mean, character customization was non-existent. I mean, I think you got to name your guy, and that was pretty much it, and choose your class, and that was pretty much it. So yeah, it's not really that fun, honestly. If I were you, I would just stick with either the previous Gauntlet games or, you know, Champions of Earth or even Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. So that's actually not that bad of a game. Yeah, I mean, you don't get to make your character, but you can at least play as Drist or Dritz, or however you pronounce his name. I still don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's playable in both games. Anywho, that's pretty much it for that. Overall, I don't really think I'd recommend it, but, you know, if you want to give it a try, you can. The next game I got on my Gamefly list was Warriors Legends of Troy for the PlayStation 3. Being a Dynasty Warriors fan, wanted to give this game a try, and honestly, I guess it was okay. I don't know. I didn't really care that much about it. I think this might have been the start where, like, you know, the voice acting started to get, like, really good, and, like, the pronunciation of all the names started to get really good. I'm assuming as such, because this was like the one game before Samurai Warriors 3 and Dynasty Warriors 7, but, you know. I mean, I only played as, I think, Achilles, but, you know, I'm not really one for Roman or Troy or Greek mythology kind of thing. I think Odysseus is in the game. I'm not really sure. Maybe even Gilgamesh. But honestly, when it comes to history, my favorite time periods are probably the medieval Europe and the feudal Japan. Those are my two eras. But I don't know. I didn't really care that much about this game. I mean, maybe it was because this game was made by Canadians. No, I'm just kidding. But I do believe this game was made by a Canadian group. So that at least explains how, assuming that Tecmo Koei was working on Dynasty Warriors 7 while this game was being made by a different group. So I guess that's one benefit to having multiple groups or multiple teams in different locations, you know, to develop games. Gameplay wise, it played fine, but I don't know. I didn't really care that much about it. Probably just because I was, you know, just didn't really feel like keeping. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another chance at some point when I don't really have much else to really play. Because I mean, I've got some other games I need to work on, but you know, it was okay. The next game I got was once again Fable for the original Xbox. I decided to give this game another chance since I didn't really play it for so long, and I kind of went into it expecting it to be really good, which I'm sure it still is, but I kind of shot it down because I was comparing it too much to Fable 2 and Fable 3, which, you know, probably are better games on the surface, but I still needed to give this game another chance, and so I did. And when I played it, you know, it was actually pretty fun. I do like how you got to name your character as opposed to having to go by some sort of like predetermined name, which I notice that a lot of games are doing that now. just to make sort of the whole personalized names and response a little bit easier, while still having the ability to make your own character. I got to the part where you're spoilers for those of you who haven't played it, which I seriously doubt, but I got to the part where like your village gets set on fire, and that one guy comes like, "Come with me. I am going to train you to become an ultimate warrior so you can get revenge on your sister. Or the people who kills your sister." I don't know if that was grammatically correct, but, it doesn't really matter. It was a pretty good game. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of a deja vu here. Not really deja vu. I'm kind of thinking about the whole East Othenfeld thing, which, that's kind of a different story, which I'll have to get to at some point. But anyway, the game actually, I guess the game was like cracked. The disc was cracked or something, because like that's the point where the game couldn't be read anymore off of the disc, which kind of sucked. So I couldn't play the game anymore. I probably could have done the install thing, which I might have worked, because I was able to actually play the game. I think you actually need an actual like legit copy to actually play it, though, is the thing. To get to install correctly. Or I imagine you would have to. Because then, like, if it can't read the data that well, then, having an installed version won't really help much, because it'll load pretty well, but it'll still stop at that same point, maybe. I don't know. I think I might just buy the game at some point. I'll have to wait until I'm ready to. I'm kind of, trying to conserve some moolah. But anywho, this game was actually, it was pretty good, and I'll be sure to give it another chance at some point, maybe. The next game I got was Kingdom Under Fire Heroes for the original Xbox. I would have really loved to play this game, but a message popped up telling me that I couldn't run this game on my 360, so I actually didn't get a chance to play this one. Which kind of sucks, because I keep hearing, one of my friends keeps telling me that, oh, Kingdom Under Fire is so good. It's like, really? Isn't it kind of just, from what he told me, it was basically a medieval version of Dynasty Wars, which they kind of technically already have, but, I wanted to give this game a try, and I had played Circle of Doom, I think it was, which I actually enjoyed. But I decided to play this one before the Crusaders, just because this one, I felt, since it was the sequel, I figured it would be updated and fixed any kinks that the original may have had. But unfortunately, or not really kinks, but, well, I guess kinks. I don't really know the right terminology for it. But I couldn't get this game to run on my Xbox, so as you look at the picture, when it says only on Xbox, it literally means only on Xbox. You cannot play this game on your 360. So I guess I should just stick with Kingdom Under Fire, The Crusaders, or just wait for the second one to come out, which I think is a PlayStation 3. There's a PlayStation 3 version of it as well, so I don't know. We'll just see how things go. And the last game on this list of mine, which is actually the current game I have, is Final Fantasy XII for the PlayStation 2. I actually wasn't expecting to get this one so soon. I put it on here. I put it on my GameCube, as they call it, because I wanted to give this game another chance. Because I know a lot of people don't really like it, and I'm pretty sure my group of friends don't like it. But I figured, oh, what the heck? I mean, it's Evil, so I might as well play it, or at least try to. My main complaint with it, and this is from my earlier points of playing, because I actually have played it before. The battle system, an MMO battle system is not for a console game, honestly. They should have done I don't know. They should have done something I don't know, let Tetsuya Nomura or somebody do the battle system. Maybe it could have, if it played like Kingdom Hearts, that would have been awesome. That would have been fantastic. That would have made the game, much more appealing for me. But, you can't really change that. Unless we go back in time and beat up a few people. But, yeah, I'll probably play more of this. I'll try to at some point. I don't really know what else I can say about it. It's okay, I guess. I mean, it's not really that fantastic, but, That's just me hitting my I don't know. I'm just kind of screwing around at this point because I don't really have much else to say about this game or any other games. I don't know what I'm getting next, but, I did take off the games that I had recently, so that frees up some more space. I'm thinking about putting in the cruising game for the Wii because Nick played through the I guess for lack of a better term, campaign of the Nintendo 64 game because for some reason he felt like playing a racing game. I don't know what he was thinking, but yeah, that's pretty much all the games I've got right now from Gamefly. I think maybe I'll try and do more of these where they're in bulk as opposed to just doing like one game at a time. I feel like that might be just easier, and I'll just call it the Gamefly update or Gamefly game update. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But yeah, thank you all for watching or listening. I guess you could call this listening because this is more of a podcast kind of deal, sort of, since this is mainly only audio. But yeah, Flames are on, aka YouTube Sasuke, signing out. See you later.